Hi everybody, I'm Mike Lonsborough. Welcome to my man cave. Also the site for our new TV show called A Guy's Night In. Think about it. Guys think about a lot of cool things in a day. They think about this, think about that, and perhaps at number 3 is food. Now why go out when you've got a friend like Scott? Scott can cook anything. You want a great steak? It's awesome. His chicken dishes are outstanding. His pizza is phenomenal. Whatever you want, he can cook it. He's not a professional, he just knows how to cook. We are going to cook for a couple of our good buddies tonight. Mike owns his own rental company and he knows everything there is to know about wine. So does Aaron. Aaron's a men's fashion consultant. He's also our very own Keith Urban lookalike. We're going to cook up an outstanding burger. It's called the Death Star Burger. It's the ultimate man food, and we'll also solve all the problems in the world. Ready for that? What have we got here? You got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. We went to the pantry for this one and it really came out. So we got a little garlic powder, a little seasoning salt, chili paste, some soy sauce, some paprika, just of course regular salt and pepper, some dry mustard, ketchup, honey, and then some panko breadcrumbs.
You put honey in that?
Honey in that, a little sweetener. All right, so we just mix that all together.
I haven't seen one of these things since I came home late one night.
All right, now we're ready for the most important part of the hamburger, the meat, and in we go. Do that, gotta de-bling first. Don't want any meat in the old ring, right? So let's shove that in there. So we got 2 parts beef to 1 part pork.
Remember that great ad, the pork ad? The big billboard that says, pork, the one you love.
No, I think that was a little before my time, actually.
The Beef Association loved it. The pork guys are going, ooh, we kind of screwed up.
All right, so now what we do is just good old-fashioned hand mixing. Now, a lot of people add in egg to their hamburgers, but to be honest, they say they do that for binding. I've never had a hamburger fall apart on me, and these are indeed stuffed burgers, and there's never been a leak. So the reason you put the panko breadcrumbs in isn't actually to bind it either. Some people think it is. What that does is it helps keep the fat in. Soaks up all the fat that comes off, especially the pork. Keeps the flavor in.
Oh, cool.
All right, now we just start making these suckers up.
What help?
If you feel up to it. Dive on in there. Your hands are all washed up.
They are.
Make it too big.
Hello. Where are you from? I always wanted to do that. Now, how big do you want these things?
Well, they don't call them Death Star because they need another nickname. They're big suckers, right? So. As you can see, Mike is a professional at spanking his meat.
Can't actually say that much.
Just like that.
That size?
And that is half of our burger.
Half. It's kind of deformed looking compared to...
I think maybe we'll leave the burger making to me, and I'll just help you out with that one a little, hey?
I've been sick, you know.
Yeah. Now we're going to get the mushrooms ready for the inside of the burgers. What I'm doing here is just peeling the mushrooms. I don't know the percentage, but mushrooms carry a lot of water, so if you wash them, you pretty much lose all the flavor from them. So you don't really want to do that, and a little trick I learned here is just to peel them. It's super easy, as you can see, and everybody knows what mushrooms are grown in, so you don't want to really have any of that left around. Hey Mike, because it wasn't so successful with the burger making, why don't you grate some cheese up for us?
Okay, that'd be swell.
And as you can see now, we're just dicing our mushrooms up into nice small pieces so they can go inside the burgers. Now we're gonna do our peppers, and I like to do just a little bit of a combo, serrano pepper and jalapeno in together. Just get this pan all nice and hot for the mushrooms and the peppers. Throw a little butter in there. We'll get some of these mushrooms in
Is
here.
that enough mushrooms?
We've chopped a lot, but we probably won't use it all. Now we'll get our peppers in there. Okay, we'll just make sure these brown up evenly. All right, now these are all nicely brown. We'll just put a little splash of soy sauce in there, not too much.
Okay, we got this great stuff made. Now it's time to stuff that meat.
There we go, our nice burgers. We'll just play a scoop of those.
You could put onions. You could put...
You know, and this is the thing about guys cooking is don't listen to a recipe, just use it as a guideline really, right? Whatever you enjoy eating, throw some of it in there. Invent it, do it as you go along.
Turnips.
Now we got the mushrooms and peppers down there. Now you just want to get your cheese. Again, we're using cheddar cheese, old cheddar.
That I ground up.
That Mike ground up for us, yeah. What a lovely job you did.
You.
And again, feel free to use whatever type of cheese you like. You want to put some jalapeno Havarti in there or some Monterey Jack, anything, doesn't matter.
Kraft singles.
The most important part about this step is keep everything off of the edges and right in the middle. Now you take the other half of the burger, boom, right on top. Then I don't know if anybody knows how to make pierogies. You get a little pinch, like the old Ukrainian babas. Just pinch along the inside, not right at the edge. You want to seal it a bit further back. And then you go through and pinch the edge down. So you don't want any of that cheese leaking out on your grill as you're cooking it.
That'd feed a small country, man. Look at the size of that.
Hey, like we said, we're doing man's burgers, aren't we?
Do you weigh those? Just for curiosity's sakes. How do you start this baby up? Let's weigh it. Let's see how.
I believe it's the on button.
Oh, here we go.
Never actually weighed a Death Star, but here we go. We'll find out exactly what we're talking about.
That can't be right.
All right, almost a whole kilogram. That's 0.884 kilograms. So that's a 2-pound burger right there. I want to reiterate for all you guys, this is not for TV. This is how we make it every time. It doesn't change. So we've got these ones made up. We'll make up a couple more and then we'll head out to the barbecue.
And we dare you. We double dog dare you to eat one of these things. You know, on a guy's night in, we like to do things a bit differently. So instead of the obvious choice, beer, we decided on wine to go with our Death Star burger. So we sent our buddy Aaron out to the experts at Highlander Wine and Spirits.
And with this burger, there's a little bit of jalapeno and that goes with it. So what are we going to choose for a wine?
That gives me a lot of context, which is great. When it comes to pairing wine, in particular something like a burger, there's a lot of other things that get involved in the flavors. There's condiments, there's sides, things like that. By the sounds of it, if you're calling it the Death Star and there's jalapeno peppers, you need something pretty big, strong, rich, and ripe to hold up to it.
Yeah.
My pick for something like that would be Leviathan.
Okay.
Now, Leviathan is a California wine, comes from a very warm area, and they blend 4 big grapes: Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Syrah.
Okay.
With the ripeness they get, you get big spice,
Yeah.
like
Perfect.
jalapeno,
Perfect.
big richness, full-bodied wine,
Yeah.
goes through a situation, and the fact that it's the Leviathan, you know, the monster, the beast,
Yeah.
I think is going to
go hand in
yeah,
hand.
absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
You'll
very
be a
much.
hero. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
After the break, we do homemade jalapeno bacon poppers and something for dessert. We're not going to have many sides except an appetizer on this. And this is your jalapeno popper recipe.
All right, so we just want to cut the tips off them. make a little lengthwise incision there, and then just core out the inside. So
when you do that, are you taking all the hotness out with those seeds?
well, kind of. That's a common misnomer here, is that the seeds in any pepper actually have heat. They don't. Seeds contain no heat at all. It is all this nice white pithy inside bit, the veins of the pepper, that contain all the heat. Obviously the seeds seem like they have heat because they're pressed right up against this vein bit.
Okay, now what do? You've got it shelled, now you stuff them.
Now we got one package, 8-ounce package of cream cheese. And here we got a bunch of jalapeno Monterey Jack to add in with it. Mark it down. Just let that give a good mix around. Let it all combine nice. There's the mixture. We're gonna put in the jalapenos. Now, normally, if you're just doing a regular jalapeno popper, you just shove it right in there. The way we're gonna do it, because we're putting some bacon in there, is we're only gonna stuff half right now and just leave a little inlet there for our bacon. Thick butcher's cut bacon. Roll that bacon up. Take a toothpick, put it in there like that, and set them in there. Let them cook up. And we just stick that right in our jalapeno poppers that we already had halfway stuffed.
Now all the ones that you get at a store would be processed. This is all handmade, isn't it?
All handmade, everything from scratch. It's the best way to do it, really.
No doubt.
I'm gonna get it in the egg wash and the flour, let it dry a bit, then back in the egg wash and into the panko breadcrumb.
And then into the deep fryer.
Then into the deep fryer. And you want about 350 degrees. And our poppers go right in. Beautiful, nice sizzle.
How long does that take?
And these are gonna take about 4 minutes. All right, so it's been 4 minutes. These should be ready. Let's lift the lid. Oh yeah, looking good. There we go. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. And these are our finished jalapeno poppers.
Now on to dessert. And a dessert with a difference. Chocolate, Oreo, truffles.
What we're gonna do is crush up these Oreos. Mike, if you wouldn't mind. We're gonna crush them with a good old hammer. Nice and fine crush on there. That's why we've got the big hammer. And we're gonna save these. This is gonna be for the end of it. And that's gonna go right in there. Now we're gonna take the rest of the Oreos. All right. And put it into our mixing bowl here. All right. What we're gonna do is take one 8-ounce package of cream cheese again. Boom, right in. That goes into our mixer. Start off a little slow so it doesn't all come popping out of your mixer there. So we'll just make sure that's all blended up real nice. Have a little peek at that, see how she's doing. I'm just gonna throw it in the freezer for about 5-10 minutes, let it firm up, and then we're gonna roll it into little balls of truffle. I've got some semi-sweet chocolate here, 8 ounces in a bowl. We're just gonna put that over a pot of boiling water, let that melt down a little. The semi-sweet chocolate here is all melted up, and we'll get you involved. Hopefully you'll do better than you did with the burgers.
It can only improve.
This should be ready.
Okay, bring it out.
Ready to rock and roll.
So you're making little balls and...
Little balls of delight truffle.
Welcome to the Little Balls of Delight show.
All right. I'll handle the balls. Put them in there. You can just roll them around.
Oh, in the hot stuff, yeah.
Yeah, roll
What's
around
wrong
in the
with
hot
you?
stuff.
I'm not doing that. And then just plop her on the wax paper there.
And just get her on the wax paper there.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Boys, they're so elegantly displayed.
Yes, you
Now
did
what?
put them in nice formation. That's
Well, they're
exactly
there.
what we want to
Yeah.
see. Okay, so there's one last step, nice and easy for all you guys. Like I said, Do it for your friends, do it for your girls, they're all gonna love it. And all we do is that first little batch of Oreo cookies that we mashed up with our mallet, we just take it, sprinkle it over top. Some of it's gonna stick to it, some of it's not. That's okay, don't need to be pretty here. Then you're gonna stick these in the fridge for about an hour, and then they are good to go.
When we come back, it's time to eat.
Magnifique. Oh, wow. Magnifique. Look at that.
Really?
Wow.
Wow. Look at the size.
How am I supposed to put my jaw around that? I want Scott to demonstrate that for me first.
Oh man, oh man.
Oh my
man.
goodness.
Well, here we are, the Death Star burger. What do you think?
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got on yours, Mike?
I've got lettuce and tomato, and I've added some ketchup and mustard. And
I went with peanut butter.
Okay.
I put peanut butter on here, and I got mustard, relish, ketchup.
Okay.
okay.
Let's dig in. Now, you know, you can cut them in half, but maybe we should all just take a big chunk first and then see where we're at.
Okay. Extract the knife.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Just dive in. Just dive in. Just dive in.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott.
I mean, you almost
Wow.
have to be like a python and
Yeah.
dislodge your jaw,
Yeah.
but it's well worth it.
Oh, and then the kick on finish.
Yeah, isn't it? You know, first time I had one of these, I couldn't eat the whole thing over at Scott's.
Wow.
I took it home, and it was as good the next day.
I bet. Which is
Actually,
like, I need the, oh, fantastic.
Paper towels, there's no need messing with napkins.
Oh,
'cause they
my
won't
God.
do a thing.
These
Wow.
are redneck napkins.
Oh,
With our redneck wine
I
well.
love this crystal though.
Oh,
It's
it's
great,
the
eh?
best.
It's the best,
We
eh?
whipped it up. for
Oh,
you
listen
guys.
to it.
Cheers.
Listen to that. Yeah, cheers.
Well, that goes good with that burger, eh?
Was it ever?
Oh, that's a nice one.
Wow.
That's a great one.
Got a great finish on it, eh?
I hope you bought more than one bottle.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Wow.
Well, I drank one by myself on the way here, on the bus.
And for dessert. And for dessert
It
too.
is excellent wine.
Oh,
You
wow.
guys can send me out anytime.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Great. Bye, Aaron. That's great. Wow. Can I cut this now?
Cut it. Sure,
cut
do
it,
whatever you
yeah.
have to.
Wow.
Forget, we got our homemade French fries.
Yeah,
and the hot
the
fries are right
oh,
down
yeah.
earlier, so
Bon appetit, as they say. eh?
If we're in science class and we had to dissect it, this is what it would look. The cross sections. You see the bun, your peanut butter, your relish, mustard, ketchup, the meat, and then you have mushrooms and cheese, more meat, more peanut butter, more bun. Outstanding. You're gonna make a lovely wife someday. I don't care what anyone says.
Great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
peanut butter. I just can't wrap my head around that.
I
But
know.
each your own. That's the beauty of having a guy's night in like this. And just do whatever suits
just-
your fancy.
Yeah.
It just gives a nice little
Kick to it,
kick
or?
to it. Jumps right out of your mouth is what it does. That's great.
Can we try those poppers too?
Dive in, help
Absolutely.
yourself
Wow.
to everything. Like
Fries,
get going.
proppers. The fries taste awesome, eh? Being fresh cut.
Fresh cut, double fried. You don't ever want to fry a French fry once.
First of all, I'd like to point out that we spared no expense when you guys are coming over for dinner. You
Wow.
notice our serving trays are actually garbage cans. So it just, you guys are
top of your
coming over
garbage
and we felt, hey, this represents you guys, our friendship. Go
Thank
into
you.
the trash.
Trash.
Although we did clean it off
Yeah.
before we served it.
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
you.
We argued with
I
that
love you.
one.
Yeah, you guys are just awesome. But thanks for the trash can, right?
Joke's on you.
Okay, I've got a question, and I'm not picking on you, Scott, but I just have to. You're in a dilemma this past week. You're the only guy married at this table.
Oh.
Mike used to be married.
That's right.
He was married to a great housekeeper.
That's right.
When they separated, she kept both of the houses.
Now I'm back in the trailer again.
But your anniversary fell on your first year anniversary fell on the same night of championship hockey game that you were playing in.
This is a dilemma, isn't it?
It is
Yeah,
a
it
dilemma.
is, yeah.
So, what's the perfect way to get out of that, in your estimation? And did you play it the perfect way?
It all depends on how nice your wife is, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta admit, right off the bat, she was a little hesitant to let me go to hockey on the first anniversary, right?
Right.
But after a few days of thinking about it, she was more than okay, and she said, "Yeah, go ahead." She came along and watched, and I left it in her hands. It was actually she came back and said, "Yeah, no, go to hockey, and we can do it the next day."
And you're still paying for that jewelry. When we come back, will Aaron get her done?
Camera.
Just for the
Just
camera.
one more. Just
Like a
giant.
giant bite.
One giant step for. Really, really delicious. It had a really nice spicy end to it. And with that wine combination, it was like perfect. But I couldn't finish it. I just kind of sat there and went, okay, I'm pretty close to it, but it was pretty filling after all that was going on.
But that was unbelievable, guys. That was, like, in one word, that was an experience. And this was a pretty weak performance by me. to say the least.
Just one more, yeah.
The camera.
Right
Just
there.
one more for the camera.
Just for the
Just
camera.
one more. Just
Like a
giant,
giant bite.
one giant step for mankind, okay?
Come on, Aaron, we're shaming you into this.
Okay,
30
one.
anorexic friends that are pissed off.
I would like to think the ones that I sprayed out there were the nicely formed ones, but I kind of think mine are deformed.
They're probably the ones with a little bit of edge on them, yeah.
Little edge just
Yeah.
come out like my life. But they will still taste the same. Man up. Everyone's gonna
Man
have
up.
one of these.
Everybody man
Like,
up.
These are only about 800 calories a pop, aren't they?
Well, you're not concerned with calories, are you?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now a mouthful of wine
Yeah.
right on top of that.
And describe it.
And then tell me what you think. I'm still into this.
Cannonball.
Exactly.
That's unbelievable.
That works, eh?
Yeah, it
But
does.
Oreos can be transparent.
No.
Oh my
Like this,
God.
right?
No.
Yeah.
Oreos and
Oreos and wine, yeah.
See you next week, everybody.
The real burger, and you just can't get it. So, we just want to show the.
Yeah, I know. Can you see Scott's little wire?
Size matters.
We should just put it. Sure, I'll help.
That's off my shirt.
It's a rebound. I heard your last girlfriend went through some traumatic plastic surgery when you cut up both of her credit cards.